genuineness.
I went to school to become a doctor for 2 years. The school was super high.
It's hard to really separate the real from the fake.
I'm into fashion and all that good stuff.
And a fashion.
Yeah, so I've done like runway shows, New York Fashion Week, and all that stuff.
And is that really your voice? Barry White? Is that you? So like when you're dating a woman, what's your pace? Like what's your dating style?
I pay attention to detail.
Oh,
like
wow.
what a person like.
Okay, so Birkin bags are really my thing.
Hello you guys, welcome to the Ranting Shop. It's me, Melissa, and I'm just back here briefly to discuss the date with Ciara and Christopher. And I just don't know why people are so up in arms about the fact that Ciara said she likes Birkins and Chanel. I don't get it. She clearly looked like she was joking, and nowhere in the clip does she ever ask this man to buy these bags for her. So I don't understand why people viewing take it as, oh, she's asking this man to buy an expensive bag for her on the first date. He doesn't even know her. And then what really irritates me is that they proceed to try to degrade her looks and say, oh, she looks like one of the Men on White chicks, and oh, her weave or wig, she bought it at this cheap store, but she's talking about Birkin. I doubt she owns a Birkin. Or she has cheap lipstick on, and they started degrading her looks, which to me is so utterly disgusting. And I feel like what it is that people really liked Christopher and they were really rooting for him to stay longer on the show, and people feel as if the date with Ciara was the catalyst for him being sent home, when really and truly, if you watch the actual episode, when the women are deliberating, they all said the same or similar things, which was Christopher was selling. They felt like he was selling himself to them. And in my analysis of the show, I even took a very unbiased approach, and I said, let's view things from both perspectives. Let's view it from the women's perspective, that maybe he is coming across like he's a salesperson, but let's also look at it from his perspective as if that's his attempt at relating to them, right? And I understand liking Christopher, right? But for you to now start speaking badly of Ciara because of a joke that Christopher took poorly, I just feel like it's utterly disgusting. And people's arguments are, oh, well, she shouldn't have discussed Birkin bags on the first date. I personally don't see anything wrong with discussing a Birkin bag on the first date, especially when he is saying, okay, he likes to see what his date likes or what his person likes, and then his love language seems to be that of gifting, right? So she threw that in there as a light joke. I don't get why is it that people are taking it so seriously. It has got to be these male-centered women that are doing these things. Like, I don't get it. I saw it as a joke. Miss Misha saw it as a joke. So many other people saw it as a joke, except for the viewers. For some odd reason, most of them took it as she's not the one to go for. It's a red flag because she's asking about Birkins and stuff. Even after this woman says, if he can't afford it, she can afford it herself. Even after she said that, people are still getting on about, oh, why is she asking him for a Birkin bag? Excuse me, she didn't ask him for any Birkin bag. They were getting to know each other, and clearly Ciara is not interested in Christopher. And because of that Birkin comment, Christopher got scared away, from Ciara. And you heard them repeatedly telling each other they're scared of each other. Like, Ciara is like, I'm scared of Chris. And Chris was like, I'm scared of Ciara. So as I said before, instead of degrading this woman, and this should never reach to a point where you're degrading this woman in comment sections. Like, it's really not that deep. It's really not that deep. Either you take it for what it clearly showed, which is that she was joking, and he took it seriously and let it go, and stop insinuating things from your own past personal experiences onto a 1-minute clip. And in this particular clip on the Ready to Love page on Instagram, that clip was like less than 30 seconds. And a lot of people were forming their opinions based on that. Like, I need people to think more critically. Like, if the show already like reduces these people's conversations to, I guess, the most interesting talking points, why do you think that a 30-second clip, which further reduces their conversation, is going to give you enough context to know why she said what she said and why he reacted how he reacted? And who do you think are in the comment section degrading her looks? It's women. That's what women do to each other. They don't like what you do, so they go in the comment section and speak about your personal appearance. They speak on your hair. They speak on your makeup. They speak on everything. They criticize everything simply because they were unable to understand the concept of a joke. And they failed to add the fact that she said if he cannot afford it, she would buy it herself. And that is just throwing me for a loop to the point where I had to come in here and try to rationalize, like, what is it that people are seeing that I'm not seeing? Because somebody's argument was, oh, we're just going off what we saw on the clip. I went off what I saw on the show, but I'm not drawing the conclusion that she is bad and he is good. I'm not drawing to the conclusion of she's a gold digger. I'm not drawn to the conclusion that, oh, let me degrade her because I don't like what she said. You guys are doing that. Why? Because by the person's logic, if you're going based on what you saw, and I saw the same thing you saw, but we arrive at different conclusions, it must mean that something is wrong in the way we interpret what we're seeing. There is a difference between watching a clip and fully responding to it based on what it is, which is her jokingly saying she likes Birkins and he taking it seriously as a red flag that maybe potentially she's this high maintenance type of person who just is a material girl, right? But people decided to take it further. They're speaking on their own past experiences. Oh, these are the women that ABCD, and these are the women. Watch out for these women. Red flag this, red flag that. Oh, she shouldn't ask about Birkins on the first date. Blah, 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 blah. And somebody in the comments are like, oh, she's testing him, which was unfortunate. Why is it unfortunate? If she in fact tested him and he decided or he responded in that way, then she has her answer. That's not the guy for her. She's a material girl and he cannot afford her material world. Barbie reference, sorry. Like, it's that simple. People are making this out to be something that is not serious. It is so unserious. I feel like that was the best outcome for both of them. She made her joke. He responded unfavorably to it. And that lets them know they should seek other people. It's that simple. So in this scenario, I don't understand it. But what I'm hearing from people, it really irritates me because I feel like it speaks to the fact that people just take what they see and add 10 on top of it and make that the reality of the situation. It's actually pretty scary. And I honestly don't envy these people because the way they were coming for Ciara's looks, I feel like it was an unwarranted dig as an attempt to cape for Christopher. Christopher is a grown man. Christopher can defend himself. Like, Christopher doesn't need a woman coming on social media defending him. His reaction to what Ciara said shouldn't be an invitation for women to then go and criticize this woman's looks. That is utterly disgusting. And I hate to see that the source of it is always women. The source is always women. Like, do we hate each other that much? And if these women liked Christopher that much, then y'all should be thanking Ciara because there's no connection there because of what she said that turned him off. Y'all should be happy. Y'all get to date him. Y'all get a chance with him. Not that he would be interested in y'all, but you know. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you thought about that date with Ciara and Christopher. And let me know what you think. Like, I really want to hear what people think genuinely about that date situation, because is it just me that thinks it's not that big of a deal, or am I not thinking widely enough to incorporate that perspective that she's just this gold digger? What is it? Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.